Ever felt that strange guilt when you're just sitting there doing nothing, yet your mind is buzzing with everything you should be doing? It's like your brain's at war, one side desperate for rest, the other screaming responsibility. And instead of doing either, you just freeze. You scroll. You tell yourself it's just 5 more minutes, but 5 turns into 50, and suddenly the day's gone. Sound familiar? You're not alone. But here's what no one tells you. This doesn't mean you're broken. It's not a lack of discipline or motivation. It's overwhelm. When you're overwhelmed, avoidance feels safer than action. See, we tend to think of laziness as a personal failing, but that's a myth fed by a culture obsessed with productivity. The Stoics saw it differently. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You don't love yourself enough, or you'd love your nature too, and what it demands of you." Laziness isn't your nature. It's your nature resisting misalignment. It's your mind and body saying, something's off. And the more you ignore it, the louder it gets. Carl Jung believed the parts of ourselves we repress don't disappear. They go underground and control us from the shadows. When you call yourself lazy, when you shame yourself for not being productive, you're reinforcing paralysis. You become your own obstacle. That's not how you move forward. That's how you stay stuck. This isn't about laziness. It's about misalignment. You've got energy, ideas, dreams, but without clarity or connection to why you're doing something, your mind shuts down. It's not rebellion, it's self-preservation. Seneca warned, "He who is everywhere is nowhere." Scattered focus means scattered energy. You're not lazy, you're misaligned, and that's fixable. So let's drop the labels and see this for what it is. A signal, a sign that your system needs a reset, that your goals need clarity, that your energy needs a direction. And when we stop blaming ourselves and start aligning with ourselves, everything changes. It's not about grinding harder. It's about moving with purpose. Stop calling yourself lazy. It's not laziness, it's a misunderstanding of yourself. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." When you label yourself lazy, you're not just making a statement, you're creating a belief, a self-fulfilling prophecy. You begin to see every challenge as a burden rather than an opportunity. But laziness isn't your nature, it's a habit of thought. Epictetus said, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." So instead of saying, "I'm lazy," say, "I'm someone learning discipline." Instead of "I can't," say, "I'll try for just 5 minutes." Seneca reminds us, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." The truth is, you don't lack energy or purpose. You're wasting time telling yourself stories that aren't true. So stop calling yourself lazy. Start seeing yourself as a learner, a person in motion, an individual taking small steps toward greatness. Your mind shapes your actions. Choose to shape it with purpose, not defeat. Clarity kills procrastination. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment." Think about it. It's not the task that weighs us down, it's our thoughts about the task, our fear of failing, our confusion about where to start. The antidote? Clarity. Here's what you can do. Break your task down into tiny steps. Write them down. Ask yourself, what is the very next thing I need to do? Focus on one thing, not the entire project. Seneca said, "While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away." Don't wait for motivation to magically appear. Get clear about what you want, why it matters, and what the next step is. Epictetus reminded us, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Laziness is often just a fog of indecision. Blow away the fog with clarity. So today, if you feel stuck, don't wait. Clarify your vision, clarify your steps, and watch procrastination fade. Start before you feel ready. If you wait for the perfect moment, you'll wait forever. The perfect time doesn't exist. The Stoics knew this. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every moment of hesitation is an opportunity lost. It's easy to tell yourself, "I'll start when I'm motivated," or "I'll wait until I feel ready." But readiness is an illusion. Motivation fades. What's real is this moment right now. Seneca reminds us, "While we waste our time hesitating and postponing, life is slipping away." If you delay action, waiting for a perfect alignment of circumstances, you may never begin. The Stoics believed that discipline is forged by doing, not by feeling like doing. So how do you start before you feel ready? Begin with the smallest possible step. Write a sentence. Stretch for 5 minutes. Tidy one corner of your desk. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it at all. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." Action is what counts, even when you're uncertain, even when you're afraid. Overcoming laziness means you move, not when you feel strong, but even when you feel weak. So today, stop waiting. Start now, before you feel ready, because ready may never come. But you're here, and that's all you need. Your environment is sabotaging. Look around. Does your space support clarity and purpose, or does it drown you in distractions? Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." But it's not just your thoughts. The colors of your environment, the clutter, the noise, the mindless scrolling, leak into your mind and drain your willpower. Epictetus reminds us, if you wish to improve, be content to appear clueless or stupid in extraneous matters. Your surroundings are full of extraneous matters: social media notifications, messy desks, TV noise. Each one whispers to your brain, "Relax. You don't have to push today." Laziness isn't just internal, it's environmental. When you're surrounded by cues for comfort, procrastination, and entertainment, your willpower is outnumbered. Seneca wisely said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." The same goes for places and things. Keep company with environments that elevate you. Create spaces that encourage action, focus, and discipline. Remove the temptations that beg you to slip back into laziness. Take a hard look at your environment today. Is it designed for your growth or your downfall? Rearrange it. Simplify it. Make it reflect the discipline you aspire to. In this battle against laziness, your surroundings are either your ally or your enemy. Choose wisely. Stack small wins daily. Overcoming laziness isn't about sudden bursts of effort. It's about consistency. One of the most powerful ways to fight laziness, inspired by Stoic philosophy, is to stack small wins daily. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Start by taking small, manageable steps each day. Whether it's making your bed, finishing a short task, or just showing up, these actions build momentum. Epictetus reminds us, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. Don't aim for perfection, aim for progress. When you break down big goals into daily bite-sized actions, you create a rhythm of discipline and growth. Every small victory reinforces your inner resolve. Seneca once said, "While we wait for life, life passes." Don't wait for the perfect moment to start. The small things you accomplish today, however trivial they seem, lay the foundation for long-term success. Each day offers a choice to do one thing better than yesterday. Stack those wins, and soon you'll notice not just progress, but a shift in your mindset. Overcoming laziness isn't about a heroic, single leap forward. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, however small. And remember, as Marcus Aurelius urged, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Use the 10-minute rule. Let's talk about a simple but powerful method to beat laziness, the 10-minute rule. This idea works because it takes the pressure off your mind. Instead of committing to a whole task, just tell yourself, "I'll do this for 10 minutes. That's all." Seneca said, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Laziness often comes from the dread of a task that seems too big. But if you promise yourself just 10 minutes, it feels manageable. And here's the secret. Once you start, it's much easier to keep going. That first step defeats the inertia. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. The same goes for procrastination. It's not the task, it's how you imagine it. Break that illusion. Start small. Epictetus teaches, no great thing is created suddenly. It's those small, consistent efforts that build discipline. When you apply the 10-minute rule, you'll often find yourself naturally wanting to keep going. Even if you stop after 10 minutes, you've accomplished more than you would have if you gave in to laziness. Try it today, just 10 minutes, and watch how the momentum carries you forward. So here's the truth. Laziness isn't who you are. It's a signal, a sign that something needs to shift. When overwhelm clouds your mind, don't fight it with shame or self-judgment. Instead, meet it with clarity, compassion, and small, deliberate steps. Remember, progress isn't about giant leaps or perfect discipline. It's about starting before you feel ready, stacking small wins, and shaping your environment to support the person you want to become. Take control of your story. Reframe your mindset. Align with your purpose. Because when you do, procrastination fades, motivation grows, and you move forward with unstoppable momentum. So, what's your next step? Start now, just for 10 minutes, and watch how your life begins to change.